Hi everyone, it's nice to see you all. So today, like Omar said, I'm going to be following on from Steve and continuing with the theme of AI-powered R&D. Specifically, I'm going to be, first of all, looking at what some of the costs of inefficiencies in R&D are currently, what some of the challenges are of traditional R&D processes, what we're seeing in the industry, and what more importantly, what we're hearing from our customers, what the business impact of these challenges is, which is obviously vital. Then I'll look at exploring what the future of the innovation is, and how this really paves the way for making a case for AI research within R&D processes, and how it can really supercharge and be a catalyst for your innovation. Then I want to introduce Patsnap Eureka, which is our AI-powered innovation solution designed to overcome challenges in early-stage ideation and empower research and development engineers to make much smarter and faster decisions. And then if we have some time left after that, I'd love to do a short demo to show you the product in action and how it can solve some of the key challenges that are faced within early stage ideation. And then following that, a quick summary of our roadmap and where we want to take this product. Okay, so first of all, let's start by looking at some of the overarching inefficiencies within our R&D currently and what it is that we're seeing in the industry. So as you can see, reported by Gartner last year in 2023, less than 50% of R&D projects actually ever reach commercialization. So that indicates, an incredible loss of not only opportunities, but also market share, competitive advantage, and ultimately hitting the bottom line negatively in terms of lost revenue and profit for businesses. So it really highlights that we're at a bit of a standstill for the R&D industry, and there's definitely a need for change in the industry, particularly around efficiency and optimizing current R&D processes, and overcoming some of the challenges that are associated with those. And what are those underlying challenges with traditional R&D processes? Well, what it is that we're hearing from our customers, what's exploring what hinders them, and what's important to us is what's preventing them from being successful. There's multiple different factors, but first off would be, for example, the ability to manage and analyze large volumes of data. So this can be information overload, it can be incomplete information, inaccurate information, but the fact is that for example, information overload can actually slash R&D productivity by up to 30%, with on average 2.5 hours lost daily to information searches. So it indicates that most companies are struggling to really bridge the gaps in managing data and information access within R&D and those analytical processes that are associated within that, which is ultimately what's undermining their R&D efficiency. And not only that, but 2.5 hours a day is quite a considerable amount of time that's taken away from the R&D engineer's core job functionality, which is obviously creating and innovating. In addition to that, another key challenge is the fact of higher costs and shorter product life cycles. So this really relates to the pressure and the speed to market that most companies are now facing. And for example, if you look at something like semiconductor industry, developing a new semiconductor fabrication facility can cost upward between 10 billion or 10 to 15 billion or more. So considerable amount of cost upfront investment. However, if we look at the life cycles, they're as short as 12 to 18 months. And this is even shorter in different industries as well. I think I was reading the other day that in consumer goods, there's a new product launched every 2 minutes. So there's increasing demand to get to market faster. And the problem with the rush development processes is that research can often be compromised to meet those timelines. And this can result sometimes in 50% of engineers having to do rework, which obviously is an adverse effect and a wasted expenditure in terms of productivity. And another key significant challenge is wasted expenditure on infeasible ideas. So not being able to fail fast, okay? So up to 30% of R&D activity is wasted since the technical solutions developed have already existed. So not able to organize through information and find existing solutions, or perhaps identify project risk and validate it at a much earlier stage to avoid wasted time and expenditure. So looking ahead and looking at the switching it up and looking at the actual future of innovation, what we can glean from a macro standpoint is that there is definitely the expectation and going forward of organizations having to do a lot more with less. If we look at the R&D spend, according to the EU Commission last year, it has been increasing at a rate of 10% per year. And if we actually look at the top 2,500 global R&D spenders, I think that number rises to around 17%. So the growth is strong and steady in terms of R&D spend, and definitely indicates that there's an intensifying innovation race between the industry leaders. If we look at the innovation side of things in terms of patent filings, so 64% less time was taken to issue the last million US patents than in the 1990s. And what goes hand in hand with that is obviously patent filing applications. So there's been 99% growth in patents in force in the last 10 years, according to WIPO. So there's definitely the pace of innovation has picked up. However, if we look, we can see, like I mentioned earlier, there's definitely an innovation gap. So less than 50% of innovation projects have actually been successfully adopted by businesses. So this is 50% of wasted resource, time, investment. And a big issue surrounding this is collaboration and alignment with R&D across the rest of the business, be that IP teams or business development. The inability to align business and the innovation strategy is not there. So given these circumstances, it's always that the need for more faster and agile workflows is essential. And this really paves the way for AI to be an effective solution and a catalyst for change in the R&D and innovation industry. And McKinsey have cited here that AI technology could actually deliver productivity with a value from 10 to 15 increase of all R&D costs. So with that in mind, this really paves the way, like I said, and makes the case for AI and R&D. And strategic AI implementation is rapidly becoming a standard practice. I think there's a few key points around introducing AI to the R&D industry. First up being that AI it's only a positive, so it's only going to accelerate and enhance the pace of innovation for R&D. It's only going to be a good thing. It's going to positively impact all phases and stages of the R&D lifecycle, right from early stage ideation, right through to production and commercialization. AI should be viewed as a powerful catalyst to boost results and speed up innovation. So not something that cuts people or cuts jobs, but something that we can actually work alongside in order to, especially within R&D, to enhance results and output and speed up innovation and get to market faster. And facing facts, it's an essential for businesses if they want to remain competitive and capitalize on the emergent opportunities within their industries. So this brings us to talk about Patsnap Eureka. So what is Patsnap Eureka? So Patsnap Eureka is our AI-powered innovation and ideation solution that's designed to empower R&D teams to make smarter, faster decisions with AI-driven insight. So essentially, it empowers R&D teams to drive their innovation forward at an accelerated pace. Okay. It helps R&D teams make better informed strategic R&D decisions. Like I mentioned before, a lot of engineering time is taken up on average 2.5 hours a day on trying to find the most useful, insightful information in order for them to make decisions on possible research directions. But with Patsnap Eureka, they can quickly generate comprehensive technical research reports to guide them, consisting of key information to help make those decisions, such as key players, competitive insight, market information, technical trends. In addition, Patsnap Eureka allows engineers to explore technical knowledge at a deeper depth and uncover technical solutions related to common challenges that they face. So one of the common issues that we hear from our customers is when they're having like a brainstorming stage and trying to find ideas and solution. This can also often be quite an iterative and intensive process, trying to find the right technical information to help them solve their problems. However, with Eureka Air, the R&D engineers can easily explore and find precise solutions tailored to their specific technical problems using trusted R&D methodologies like Steve referred to in his presentation, such as TRIZ methodology and root cause analysis. This means that they can rapidly progress from initial requirements to multiple viable technical solutions within moments. And not only that, but they can also explore cross-industry solutions, which is also something that Steve had brought up, essentially taking inspiration from other industries and how other industries or technologies have solved similar problems and applying that. And this is highly valuable in providing engineers with ideas, technologies, methodologies from one industry to solve problems and to help apply that within their industry, essentially accelerating information through having diverse perspectives. And in addition to that, Patsnap Eureka empowers R&D teams by letting them validate their ideas early on. So this is a key issue that we see, is that there's no way to validate ideas and assess project risk early in the ideation process and let our teams actually feel fast on working something that is going to be commercially viable or technically feasible. So with Patsnap Eureka, they were able to avail of multiple risk identification and prevention strategies, such as DFIMA risk assessment, which is performed majority in the design stage, as well as looking at novelty checking and invention disclosure drafting. And lastly, tech scouting. So it's not always going to be in the position to make in-house, and quite often companies will want to use external partnerships or external partners or external manufacturers. So with Patsnap Eureka, our R&D teams are able to quickly identify, evaluate, and acquire emerging technologies if need be, identify startups to work with, different types of startups in different industries, to help them get to market much faster. So making it a powerful AI solution for R&D, producing faster insight, disruptive innovation, better decisions, and overall more efficient R&D. So how does Patsnap Eureka achieve this? So Patsnap Eureka has expert R&D data, so unrivaled data, over 190 million paper, patents, and news data points that are updated on a daily basis. Not only that, but we also have the only vertical LLM within the R&D industry. So it's an R&D specific LLM, verticalized for R&D professionals, built for R&D professionals, and has surpassed the GPT-4 technical benchmarks. So that combined with the R&D industry expertise in terms of the methodologies, such as TRIZ, RCA, and DFIMA analysis, make it a much more powerful AI solution for R&D teams. So let's just take it back a step to the fact of the matter. So innovation is a product of good information access, simply put it. New ideas are combinations or extensions or existing ideas more often than not. And unexpected connections within these different data points and insights is what often leads to innovative ideas. And environments that allow for the free flow of information and collaboration are who are able to foster that type of innovation. And ideas of technologies developed for one person can often be repurposed for another, like Steve had mentioned, with the can opening technology in the previous presentation. So, however, AI is the only way to access this data efficiently, and Patsnap Eureka offers unparalleled information access for innovators. So as you mentioned previously, the access to quality data, so multiple different data points, including patents, literature, no hallucinations like general LLM tools, built R&D specific LLM that's built for R&D professionals, structured problem solving using proven, trusted R&D methodologies such as TRIZ, first principle, RCA, and FEMA analysis, accurate and domain specific. So it's supervised machine learning trained by experts, and the ability to offer cross-industry solutions. So combining that diverse insight from different fields to expand the scope of solutions that we provide to R&D teams. Okay, so what I'm going to do is switch things up, and I'm going to let you guys see our Patsnap Eureka product, in which I'll do a quick demonstration. So we should now be looking at the Patsnap Eureka product. So I'm just going to give a quick demonstration of the Eureka platform. And here I'm focusing on the Eureka Ideas module of Patsnap Eureka. We sometimes refer to it as Eureka Air. And this module is instrumental for early ideation research, brainstorming, and essentially helping R&D teams find that preliminary technical insight that they need, and uncover ideas and solutions tailored to their specific technical requirements. And the comforting factor about this product is that, and this module, is that it allows you to glean technical insights and ask technical questions from a very broad technical standpoint. So perhaps if you're working on a project that's in a technology space that's new to you, you can ask a lot of maybe macro level questions around that technology to get yourself up to date with the latest advancements and developments, right through to very, very specific problem solving. So it's suitable for all phases of your project research, and also all levels of expertise, as it's used. Natural language prompting is used to question and find answers. So I'm going to start by simply asking a technical question in the search bar here. You can see below, just to help me glean some technical insights into my technological domain. So I've asked, what are the current challenges in smart eyewear technology for improving vision correction and monitoring eye health? So simply asking a quick, oh no, let's see, there we go, perfect. So now, a lot of our R&D teams would tell us that in order to try and answer such general questions and glean some initial technical insight into their technology before they do any type of deep dive problem solving, they often spend a considerable amount of time trying to kind of piece this information from across the internet, and it's often difficult to find reliable, up-to-date sources. So we can see here by asking a simple technical question, it's able to produce an encyclopedic breakdown of the current challenges that are involved in smart eyewear technology for improving vision correction and monitoring eye health. And not only that does it break down the challenges here, but it will also provide the references that it's using to collate this comprehensive insight. So should you need to report that or reference the insight that you're gaining, that is firsthand available. So first, a list of all references that are used, and this is taken from our extensive global data set of patents and papers, through which you can perform a deep dive of the actual related document used to pull that insight together. And obviously, the answer will be dependent on the prompt that is asked. With many of these tools, the better the prompt, the better the answer. But what we do also is we try to provide much more of an agentic experience for the R&D engineers by perhaps prompting them to maybe ask some further deeper technical questions or different types of technical questions to help them uncover some technical insight or deeper technical knowledge or expertise of the technology area before they go much deeper. Okay, so now what I want to move on to is the finding solutions part of the platform. So for this part of the platform, this is where we get into the deeper problem solving. Okay, this is where we leverage our AI combined with those reliable industry widely known methodologies such as root cause analysis and TRIZ to really break down technical problems and provide the engineers with adequate technical solutions based on their specific requirements. So as you can see here, I've used a different prompt. It's a lot more specific, a lot more detail around my requirements. So I've said, how do I optimize lens technology in smart eyewear to enhance vision correction and integrate real-time eye health and monitoring? Okay. So now, when you use other different generative AI tools, you'll notice that when you ask a question, maybe like a ChatGPT, it will just spit back an answer. So with our AI, Hero, what it will do is basically interrogate you for the specifics of your problem so that it can help you generate the most viable solutions that will help solve that problem. So it's going to prompt us for more technical information. So it's important that we can specify many different requirements like engineers would have around velocity, parameters, cost, efficiency, and try and give it an accurate representation of the problem as we can in order for it to pull the most adequate solution. So for example, it's asked here, describe the ideal state or expected outcome that you hope to achieve with the optimized lens technology. So I'm just going to click on eye health metrics like eye pressure. And as you can see, we can perform multiple rounds of dialogues with the GPT assistant in order to concisely break down that problem into the finite requirements. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Start Analyzing the Problem. And over on the right-hand side, what will happen is it will break down the problem. So using root cause analysis, and this is where the TRIZ application kicks in. So what it will do is it will look for the contradictions like TRIZ does within the problem statement. And what it will then do is look for common principles that have been used to solve those contradictions. And then using our global data set, it will start exploring and bringing back solutions for which have used those principles to solve the contradictions identified in our problem statement. And now we're presented with a full whiteboard of solutions related to our specific problem, which we can see on the left-hand side. And depending on the problem that we have highlighted, they might break it down into different types of solution classifications for which you want to explore. But here we can get an overview of the key solutions and the contradiction for which those solutions are solving for. And we can also get that cross-industry influence and perspective as well by examining solutions that are a bit more cross-field. So looking at expertise and maybe methodologies that have been leveraged in different industries and can be applied to the problem that we're trying to solve. Furthermore, you can glean a comprehensive insights into this potential solution. For example, links to the related patents, the related literature applications, and also real-world applications of how this technology is being applied. So should any companies be adopting it, and how they're leveraging it, which products. So all designed to have that comprehensive, informed decision-making insight, and allowing for a detailed comparison amongst the different solutions as well. I'm just going to finish up by taking some of the testimonials that some of our customers have presented to us over the last few months in their experience with the Patsnap Eureka product and the modules that I showcased today. So as you can see, some have cited significant 90% reduction time in identifying viable ideas and potential risks. So their traditional approach used to take several weeks to develop the idea and 6 months of development, totaling over 7 months. But with Patsnap Eureka, the air module, they achieved comparable results within a single session. Another customer has cited that it reduced the manual processing time from 2 weeks to a simple number of hours, citing that Patsnap Eureka streamlines early stage innovation by enabling faster idea validation and feasibility assessment and cutting their iteration cycles cycles by a significant amount. So this really makes it a powerful AI solution for R&D teams. And really a lot of the benefit is around gaining that faster insight and helping them get to better informed decisions at a much quicker pace. So just looking ahead, lastly, to the future of Patsnap Eureka, improving R&D workflows within AI. So looking ahead in terms of how we plan to develop this product within the coming year and beyond, we break that down into 4 key themes. That would be constructing, connecting, deepening, and standardizing the overall product. So key things to mention would be developing the R&D scenarios with additional data sources and AI. So integrating more R&D trusted data sources, maybe leveraging certain business data sources and other technological data sources, which our R&D customers find useful when it comes to collating and analyzing information and looking for reputable information. We also plan on enhancing our AI and our TRIZ GPT. Additionally, we also want to allow our users to potentially collaborate with their own data as well within the product, and perform analysis around that data and with the TRIZ as well. And then also looking at verticalizing the product even further. So we do have a material science focus with some of the feature functionality that I showed today. And we do want to expand this as well, not only to our own data, but also leverage more industry-specific data sets into the product. And lastly, a focus on enhancing the workflows within the product overall, so integrating different modules and making sure that we are catering to the R&D workflows that we see amongst the different stages of the early ideation, innovation, and research. So yeah, that's it for today. I just want to thank you all for listening, and yeah, thank you very much.